Welcome to the Bible in a Year reading plan. Together we will read through the entire Bible. A portion from the Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms and Proverbs every day. Today's reading is in the video image. Read along, listen daily, and grow in the Word. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay on track with us daily. And you can always go back to previous videos if you miss any days. Numbers 35. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, saying, To command the children of Israel that they give the Levites cities to dwell in from the inheritance of their possession. And you shall also give the Levites common land around the cities. 3 They shall have the cities to dwell in, and their common land shall be for their cattle, for their herds, and for all their animals. 4 The common land of the cities which you shall give the Levites shall extend from the wall of the city outward 1,000 cubits all around. 5 And you shall measure outside the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, on the south side 2,000 cubits, on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits. The city shall be in the middle. This shall belong to them as common land for the cities. 6 Now among the cities which you will give to the Levites you shall appoint 6 cities of refuge, to which a manslayer may flee. And to these you shall add 42 cities. 7 So all the cities you will give to the Levites shall be 48. These you shall give with their common land. 8 And the cities which you will give shall be from the possession of the children of Israel. From the larger tribe you shall give many, from the smaller you shall give few. Each shall give some of its cities to the Levites, in proportion to the inheritance that each receives. 9 Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 10 Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan. 11 Then you shall appoint cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the manslayer who kills any person accidentally may flee there. 12 They shall be cities of refuge for you from the avenger, that the manslayer may not die until he stands before the congregation in judgment. 13 And of the cities which you give, you shall have 6 cities of refuge. 14 You shall appoint 3 cities on this side of the Jordan, and 3 cities you shall appoint in the land of Canaan, which will be cities of refuge. 15 These 6 cities shall be for refuge for the children of Israel, for the stranger, and for the sojourner among them, that anyone who kills a person accidentally may flee there. 16 But if he strikes him with an iron implement, so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. 17 And if he strikes him with a stone in the hand, by which one could die, and he does die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. 18 Or if he strikes him with a wooden hand weapon, by which one could die, and he does die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. 19 The avenger of blood himself shall put the murderer to death. When he meets him, he shall put him to death. 20 If he pushes him out of hatred or, while lying in wait, hurl something at him so that he dies. 21 Or in enmity he strikes him with his hand so that he dies, the one who struck him shall surely be put to death. He is a murderer. The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death when he meets him. 22 However, if he pushes him suddenly without enmity, or throws anything at him without lying in wait. 23 Or uses a stone, by which a man could die, throwing it at him without seeing him, so that he dies, while he was not his enemy or seeking his harm. 24 Then the congregation shall judge between the manslayer and the avenger of blood according to these judgments. 25 So the congregation shall deliver the manslayer from the hand of the avenger of blood, and the congregation shall return him to the city of refuge where he had fled, and he shall remain there until the death of the high priest who was anointed with the holy oil. 26 But if the manslayer at any time goes outside the limits of the city of refuge where he fled. 27 And the avenger of blood finds him outside the limits of his city of refuge, and the avenger of blood kills the manslayer, he shall not be guilty of blood. 28 Because he should have remained in his city of refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest the manslayer may return to the land of his possession. 29 And these things shall be a statute of judgment to you throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 30 Whoever kills a person, The murderer shall be put to death on the testimony of witnesses. But one witness is not sufficient testimony against a person for the death penalty. 31 Moreover, you shall take no ransom for the life of a murderer who is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. 32 And you shall take no ransom for him who has fled to his city of refuge, that he may return to dwell in the land before the death of the priest. 33 So you shall not pollute the land where you are, for blood defiles the land, and no atonement can be made for the land, for the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of him who shed it. 34 Therefore do not defile the land which you inhabit, in the midst of which I dwell, for I the Lord dwell among the children of Israel. Numbers 36. Now the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. 2 And they said, The Lord commanded my lord Moses to give the land as an inheritance by lot to the children of Israel. And my lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of our brother Zelophehad to his daughters. 3 Now if they are married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then their inheritance will be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and it will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So it will be taken from the lot of our inheritance. 4 And when the Jubilee of the children of Israel comes, then their inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So their inheritance will be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. 5 Then Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of the Lord, saying, What the tribe of the sons of Joseph speaks is right. 6 This is what the Lord commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, Let them marry whom they think best, but they may marry only within the family of their father's tribe. 7 So the inheritance of the children of Israel shall not change hands from tribe to tribe, for every one of the children of Israel shall keep the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. 8 And every daughter who possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be the wife of one of the family of her father's tribe, so that the children of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his fathers. 9 Thus no inheritance shall change hands from one tribe to another, but every tribe of the children of Israel shall keep its own inheritance. 10 Just as the Lord commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad. 11 For Mahlah, Tirzah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married to the sons of their father's brothers. 12 They were married into the families of the children of Manasseh the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. 13 These are the commandments and the judgments which the Lord commanded the children of Israel by the hand of Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho. Mark 9. Then they departed from there and passed through Galilee, and he did not want anyone to know it. 31 For he taught his disciples and said to them, The Son of Man is being betrayed into the hands of men, and they will kill him. And after he is killed, he will rise the third day. 32 But they did not understand this saying, and were afraid to ask him. 33 Then he came to Capernaum. And when he was in the house he asked them, What was it you disputed among yourselves on the road? 34 But they kept silent, for on the road they had disputed among themselves who would be the greatest. 35 And he sat down, called the 12, and said to them, If anyone desires to be first, he shall be last of all and servant of all. 36 Then he took a little child and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said to them, 37 Whoever receives one of these little children in my name receives me, and whoever receives me, receives not me but him who sent me. 38 Now John answered him, saying, Teacher, we saw someone who does not follow us casting out demons in your name, and we forbade him because he does not follow us. 39 But Jesus said, Do not forbid him, for no one who works a miracle in my name can soon afterwards speak evil of me. 40 For he who is not against us is on our side. 41 For whoever gives you a cup of water to drink in my name, because you belong to Christ, assuredly, I say to you, he will by no means lose his reward. 42 But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck, and he were thrown into the sea. 43 If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. It is better for you to enter into life maimed, rather than having two hands, to go to hell, into the fire that shall never be quenched. 44 Where their worm does not die, and the fire is not quenched. 45 And if your foot causes you to sin, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life lame, rather than having 2 feet, to be cast into hell, into the fire that shall never be quenched. 46 Where their worm does not die, and the fire is not quenched. 47 And if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye, rather than having 2 eyes, to be cast into hellfire. 48 Where their worm does not die, and the fire is not quenched. 49 For everyone will be seasoned with fire, and every sacrifice will be seasoned with salt. 50 Salt is good, but if the salt loses its flavor, how will you season it? Have salt in yourselves, and have peace with one another. Psalm 62. To the chief musician. To Jeduthun. A psalm of David. Truly my soul silently waits for God. From him comes my salvation. 2 He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. 3 How long will you attack a man? You shall be slain, all of you, like a leaning wall and a tottering fence. 4 They only consult to cast him down from his high position. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah. 5 My soul, wait silently for God alone, for my expectation is from him. 6 He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. 7 And God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in God. 8 Trust in him at all times. You people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. 9 Surely men of low degree are a vapor, men of high degree are a lie. If they are weighed on the scales, they are altogether lighter than vapor. 10 Do not trust in oppression, nor vainly hope in robbery. If riches increase, do not set your heart on them. 11 God has spoken once, twice I have heard this, that power belongs to God. 12 Also to you, O Lord, belongs mercy, for you render to each one according to his work. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the utterance which his mother taught him. 2 What, my son? And what, son of my womb? And what, son of my vows? 3 Do not give your strength to women, nor your ways to that which destroys kings. 4 It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes intoxicating drink. 5 Lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the justice of all the afflicted. 6 Give strong drink to him who is perishing, and wine to those who are bitter of heart. 7 Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. 8 Open your mouth for the speechless, in the cause of all who are appointed to die. 9 Open your mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. 10 Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. 11 The heart of her husband safely trusts her, so he will have no lack of gain. 12 She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. 13 She seeks wool and flax, and willingly works with her hands. 14 She is like the merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. 15 She also rises while it is yet night, and provides food for her household, and a portion for her maidservants. 16 She considers a field and buys it. From her profits she plants a vineyard. 17 She girds herself with strength, and strengthens her arms. 18 She perceives that her merchandise is good, and her lamp does not go out by night. 19 She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hand holds the spindle. 20 She extends her hand to the poor, yes, she reaches out her hands to the needy. 21 She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household is clothed with scarlet. 22 She makes tapestry for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. 23 Her husband is known in the gates, When he sits among the elders of the land. 24 She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies sashes for the merchants. 25 Strength and honor are her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. 26 She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. 27 She watches over the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. 28 Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. 29 Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. 30 Charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. 31 Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Thanks for reading with me today. Come back tomorrow as we continue our journey through the Bible. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next day.